Okay, we're going to have a look at Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. Here we go. Okay, so that's what we're going to have a little look at. There's a sort of strange thing that's happening when it goes to this riff. So I'll talk about that in a bit. Hopefully I can explain what's happening, because it does sound weird when you listen to it, but it all sort of seems to fit into the full bar of 4/4. So okay, here's where we start. We're going to start on the 5th string with the 7th fret. So for here I want you to use your 3rd finger. Okay, reason being, you'll need these fingers for what's going to happen next on the next string. So you jump down to the 4th string and you go 5, 6, 7. So that's where your 1st finger is going to be there. 4 strings, so 5, 6, 7. So you start up here on the 3rd string, and then you jump back up to the 7th fret above where you just played, just on the 7 there. What I do is I'll flatten my 3rd finger over them too, so I'll be going. So when I play that 7 on the 4th string, I can just roll my finger to play that 5th string, rather than if you take your finger off, there's ever such a small gap there that it sounds a bit disjointed. So you better resting your fingers on the 4th and 5th string, play the 7th fret there, and then roll your finger on there, and that'll cut off the 4th string, but it'll sound smooth. So, and then your 1st finger's ready here to go on the 3rd string, on that 5th string, and then bring your 3rd finger up to the string above it. So you go. Okay. So here we have on the you shift your hand up to the 3rd string here, to the 7th fret. So shift your hand up. So it goes 7, 9. So I'm using that 1st and 3rd finger, and then you move back to the 5 and the 7. So shift your hand down and go hit the 5, hammer the 7, and pull it off. So you got to keep this 1st finger down for that, because you're playing the 5, hammering the 7, and it's got to pull off to the 5, which this finger's on. And so then it goes. And then you've got to shift your hand down here to go 3, 5, and then you do a power chord here. So this power chord, my 1st finger's on the 4th string up on the 2nd fret, and I'm plucking from the 5th fret, so 5th and 4th string. So the main root of that is the 0, so don't just start plucking from the 2nd. You know, you need that 5th string in there. Okay, so I'm going to play this very slow. Shift your hand up to the 7, 9, back down. Again. Okay, so we're just going to learn the next line. If you notice, the 3rd line is virtually the same as the 1st. So that we're going to learn this 2nd line like this, and then I'm going to show you the counting above it. So I've put where the bar lines are. So we won't look at that yet. We'll look at this, and I want you to notice that if I show you this here. So we start on the top string, the 7th fret. I'm using my 3rd finger, and then you go 5, 6, 7 on the 5th string, 7 on the top, and then that 5 on the 4th string, 7 on the 5th string, so you got. Now when you look at this, it looks like a load of random versions of it, but basically it is this repeated one. Let's have a look. 2 times there, 3 times. It is basically that repeated 3 times. So it goes. So. And what's happening is with the counts, if you look at it, if you think about the 1 beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time it plays this riff, it is on a different part of the beat. So that's why it's kind of weaving in and out of time. So if I look at the very first one, so if you look at this 7 here, so it goes 7, 5, 6, 7. This is where the 1 is. So it goes do 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 1, 1. Okay. So if we go to the next one, so you notice now the 6 here is on the first beat. So it goes 4 and 6, 7. So it goes. So the 6 is on the 1 beat, whereas before the 7 just after the 6 was on the 1 beat, which goes beat. So when I say beat, I mean the first beat. First beat, and then it goes here. Let's have a look at this. So 1, and then it sort of shifts back another quaver. So the 5 here is on the 1 beat. So 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So you see the 1 there is on the 5. And the very last part of that, it starts on the 7 on the 1 beat. So 7, and then 5, 6, 7, 5, 7, then 5, 6 on the next string. So 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so it sounds complicated, but really you're just cycling this riff 3 times, and then you've got this little one at the end. And it's just to note that on the first beat is this 7 here at the end of this little chromatic run. Then it's the 6th. Then it's the 5th. So I'll play you this with the time. Then I'm going to take the timing off so you can just enjoy it. So it goes. So when I accentuate what I'm singing along there, I'm accentuating the first beat. So so when you listen to Led Zeppelin, they don't accentuate that 1, they just play it straight like. So like when you're listening, you're kind of like, oh, it's kind of the same riff, but it feels weird because it's starting at different points of the bar here. So to look at it without it, that's what it looks like without. But if you were to just look at that, you probably wouldn't get the timing right. You wouldn't know that the first beat's on this 7, and then on this 6, and then on this 5th. So okay, so we're ending on that 5/6 there, and then it jumps to like sort of a bit way through the riff. It jumps to like the intro there, but without the 7/5/6 there. It's starting on this 7. So you go. Shift your hand up, back down. Okay, I hope that makes some sense. I'm going to play it without the markings, then I'm going to play it with the markings really slow. I know it says play that 3 times, but I'm just going to do it once, then the middle riff, then this. Okay, here we go. Second line. Okay, I'm going to do it with the markings on there. So the next line. Okay, so I hope by me sort of pointing out the one beat there, you can start to feel how this works. Okay, nice little riff to play. It's basically just a blues scale, but played in kind of a weird way, which Led Zeppelin traditionally always did. They always have something in the songs which is just a bit thinking outside the box, which is probably why they were one of the greatest bands in the world. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.